That's right now. We're back here with It's Turning into Destinies. Do I have some notes? I can't remember. Yes, I do. The whole no windows solve of mine was tragically a localization error, but mercifully I was informed of that now and not later. Otherwise it may have called into question whether or not Miriam was actually in that place. But in fact, that was taken in the dressing room. We're supposed to believe at this point. We're not supposed to have any reason to doubt that, at least, as it stands. I mean, maybe something will come into like more obviously come into play later that just disproves that. But I was thinking that photo had to have been taken somewhere else because of the window, but apparently it was a localization error. The windows were never mentioned originally. Further, when Fulbright reeled in the banners, I was all like, I guess there must be some kind of pulling mechanism in there, which is probably what this thing down here is, right? It doesn't really look like it would open the window. They look like the kind of windows that slide open. They don't have any kind of locks or anything. So presumably this winch mechanism thing here is what moves in the banners and out. So it was good to know you can control that from the art room. And my last note is that if Miriam isn't like hanging out with Robin, Hugh, and Juniper and them in like the credit sequence of this game where it shows you where everyone is, I'm gonna be livid. But that's a problem for later, because right now we gotta head to the art room, investigate this place. Woo-wee! All right, interesting. So, I see some busts already, some way funky art. Here's the envelope that says use. This looks like it almost could be an Impressionist art piece of Juniper, doesn't it? But in this outfit, which we haven't seen her wearing in this area thus far. Guilty! Oh dear. Based on the hit plush toy, of course. Oh, interesting. And there's like the outline of some plaster and stuff here. Right, because this is presumably where this whole thing was. Which lends more credence to my theory that was rebuilt into this or something like that. There are these two kind of round shapes adorned with chains, which could easily be these two dishes of like the scale with the chains. There's a lot of angular shapes in here, and the sword, and you can clearly see this shape here with the two little rings and all. It was just a theory before, but now I'm really confident that that's what that is, right? Because you can see this little thing here with the little rings on it and all. So Athena just accidentally rebuilt it into that somehow, but this is what it looked like before. Nevertheless, October 25th, Themis Legal Academy, 3rd floor, art room. Oh, and this string here, I guess it shows where our pool of blood was? Well, here it is. The art room where the grisly crime occurred. Let's start looking. Stop right there! This is an active crime scene. No unauthorized personnel allowed. What? Can't you make an exception? You won't even notice we're... Please! I don't think so. No exceptions. Now move along. Nothing to see here. Ugh. He doesn't seem very accommodating this time. Let's try again later. Oh, really? Huh. Not what I was expecting. Is it time to go back to the detention center then? Detention center. Or maybe if Trucy knows something about these new things. Or did we already show her all this? Maybe done. We might have done. Oh yeah, we must have done, because the last thing we did was we showed her everything before just looking at that one extra piece of before looking at the extra piece of information on the statue. But I guess we wouldn't have had these or these. But Trucy doesn't seem to have any ideas about them. Perhaps Polly will. Sorry, I should call him Paulo. He doesn't like being called Polly. Oh, never mind. There's someone going to be hanging around in the hallway. I'm going to guess it's either Means or the prosecutor professor, which we haven't seen yet. Whom we haven't seen yet. October 25th, Themis Legal Academy, 1st floor, hallway. Hey, that's you over there. Never mind. It's you. Hey, we wanted a word with you, if you don't mind. If it was Mr. Wright, then sure. But you two? Meh. I knew it. There's a hint of discord in Hugh's voice. You're not getting off that easy. After all, you're a possible suspect, plus you actually confessed in court. I mean, he doesn't have to speak though, does he? Whatever. So what do you want from me? But make it brief. I don't have a lot of time, and I assume you don't either. Yeah, well, thanks for the extra pressure. Let's just show him first all the things that we have not shown him yet, which I cannot recall where that started. Probably somewhere around here. Nothing new. When I showed him this page, though, he said the same thing he said when we showed him the notebook originally, which is like, I'm not surprised my name is on it, considering everyone looks up to me. Why did you confess? About your confession today. You weren't serious about that, were you? Well, let's just say I had no choice, thanks to a certain lawyer who failed to get the job done. So you're really prepared to take the blame for this? Not gonna happen. The voice on the tape is female, so that rules me out. Let's put it this way. You don't actually believe that ridiculous play on words, do you? You're a goner, the you're a goner thing? I mean, I've believed it ever since I felt super smart for solving it. Well, my confession is just like that. A means to end. Or, as we say around here, the end justifies the means. But I actually do believe the voice is shouting Hugh O'Connor. Juniper's confession was quite advantageous for the real killer. But if Robin or I were actually the killer, we wouldn't have confessed. It's that simple. Even you should be capable of such a reasoning. Or have I overestimated you? He'll make a great lawyer someday. I mean, he seemed to enjoy getting under people's skin. Could you and Robin's confessions really prove their innocence instead of their guilt? This is gonna take some serious thinking on my part. I don't see why Blackwell can't, in the next trial day, just say, it makes the most sense if all three of them did it. Because with the height of the person in the photograph, which we still don't have, reaching the door frame, Hugh seems the most likely person to be under that cloak. Of those three, anyway. Anyway, though, relation to Blackwell, since he's blooming tall and all. It sure looked like Prosecutor Blackwell was twisting your arm to testify early today. Is there some sort of secret he's using against you? I have no intention of saying anything more. Now, if you'll excuse me. Hold. I am not through with you yet. It seems the rogue prosecutor has it out for me. Leave, and we might just discuss you-know-what. No, wait! One little statement and Mr. Cole loses it? What's that all about? I changed my mind. I'll stay and testify. You really are a rank amateur. Even if that were true, you think I'd open up to you? If it would help save Juniper's life and therefore yours as well, if it helps save all three of you, why not? So he's not denying it. That secret might be causing discord in his voice. Again, we have the same problem with Junie and Robin. You're just wasting your time and mine. Next question. It's something about their friendship, right? But like, I doubt it's as simple as they're not actually friends and that's why the discord happens in their voice every time they talk about covering for each other. But I just don't understand it. Because that one's more clear of a secret of, there's something we'll discuss that you don't want me discussing. But I thought Robin's secret was more that she was actually a girl. But I guess the secret might involve all three of them. The secret that none of them would want to talk about. But we just only saw his reaction to it because he was on the stand. Anyway, course planner. About that meeting with Professor Court on the 23rd, why did she want to see you? I have no intention of telling you. You have to force it out of me any way you can. Professor Mean strikes again. Then again, Hugh is in the lawyer course. But didn't Professor Court used to say that the only good result is the truth? So why don't you drop this whole charade and just tell me the truth? The truth? How can you be so sure it will help you solve this case? The truth isn't necessarily your friend, nor Juniper's for that matter. No, you're wrong! I don't care what anyone says. I'm gonna defend Junie the right way, using the truth. That's the only way to honor Junie's wishes and Professor Court's memory. I see. Very well, Miss Cykes. I'll testify tomorrow about that truth you're so interested in. Hugh, but... Don't look to me if something happens to Juniper because of it. Understand? What's that supposed to mean? What a terrible thing to say. I thought you guys were friends? Yes, we were. Until just recently, actually. Were? I already told Juniper, so I might as well tell you. I don't really care about her anymore. What? Why? Just as I have my secrets, she has a side you've never seen. Juniper's not all sunshine and rainbows like you think she is. What are you saying? This conversation is over. I said I don't have a lot of time, and I meant it. Wait! He's gone. He doesn't care about her anymore? Why would he say that? It's weird, because it's like, I get the sense he thinks she's done something, but he's keeping it a secret because he doesn't necessarily want her to take the fall for it exactly. But I think he's probably wrong about whatever he thinks she's done, were I to guess. Chiefly because we know she is less executed than dead when we see her in December anyway. It didn't go so well. I guess we'll just have to pin our hopes on his testimony tomorrow. Athena, what do you say we head over to the art room? Might be a nice change of pace. Hopefully the police have completed their investigation. Alright, we don't really have much time left anyway. Yes, please, about time. October 25th, League Theme Musical Academy, 3rd floor art room. Why, if it isn't my little lawyer friends again. Thanks again for loaning that school banner for us earlier. Don't mention it! Helping those in need is what my brand of justice is all about. Right. So this art room was where the murder actually occurred? That's right! You can't see it with the naked eye, but there's blood on the floor. That area roped off in the middle of the room marks the spot. The police investigation is done, so if you want to look around, knock yourselves out. They made it sound like there was more blood than I can see there. Well, what did you turn up anyway, if you feel like telling us, if you're in a sharing mood? Find anything new, Detective Fulbright? Good question. Unfortunately, the answer is nothing much again. He sure is confident for having found nothing. But if we're talking outside of the art room, there has been a major breakthrough. Oh dear. Unless I find out what that is, I don't know what I shall do. No need for the theatrics. I was told I could fill you in on this one. Wow. It's all right to me, Detective. I'm impressed. Looking to get arrested for murder via unwarranted flattery, are we? The breakthrough? If Blackwell said it was okay for you to tell us, I'm concerned about what it might be. Maybe Blackwell doesn't believe it's a real breakthrough. So what's the major breakthrough you mentioned? You want to know? You really want to know? You really? Come on, just tell us already. Aw, you know fun. Anywho, we got the results of the voice print analysis back. Voice print? You mean for the tape recorder? I thought you said it was impossible. Exactly. The voice belongs to the suspect, Miss Woods, beyond a shadow of a doubt. Most interesting. See right here? They analyzed the voice on this tape inside and out. The results of the voice analysis performed on the tape recording. There's gonna be a little detail that's like, by the way, you can also hear Hugh's voice on the thing or something like that. Right? Thank you very much for that. And you thought the voice on the tape was saying Hugh O'Connor. Thanks for the good laugh, Miss Cykes. He's the last person I want laughing at me. Actually, that's probably more useful, right? Because if we're pretty confident that if we trust Juniper's word that this photograph was taken at 6 p.m. when the backdrop was being moved, then you're a goner happening an hour later after she was already left to work on her outfit helps her case, I would say. Oh wait, no, but they did voice print analysis and found that it was her voice recorded at 7:10 p.m. Well, once again, there's no evidence that it's 7:10 p.m. other than that 10 minutes prior the chime was heard, but that could easily be faked. See Aquarium, where we had a faked dolphin, orca call. Or faked whistle signal. No, faked song as well, yeah. Right, issue. Does the voice shouting "You're a goner" belong to Juniper Woods? Result of the voice is a perfect match. Note 1, testing is underway regarding signs of post-recording editing. Oh. Note 2, the tape has about 10 minutes and 35 seconds of noise requiring further testing. Very interesting. So, from the time it was started, oh, wait just a damn minute. You mean to say that the 10 minutes and 35 seconds prior to that happening, like it was started 10 minutes and 35 seconds ago? Because that means Juniper was there to hit start on it, or Miriam was there to hit start on it at 7-ish, if we're assuming the voice happened at 7:10. Several things are weird about that anyway. Well, I'm not having another Aquarium shenanigan where I think they tested the footage and then we didn't. So I want that 10 minutes and 35 seconds properly analyzed before this case is over. So now there's evidence of Juniper shouting, "You're a goner" around the time of death. It still could be Hugh O'Connor. If we were to take this as truth, how are we supposed to make sense of it? I don't know. I can't think of any reason why Junie would shout that in the first place. It makes more sense that she'd be shouting Hugh O'Connor, does it not? In which case we can surmise that they both were in that room at that time. Thanks for that. We'll have a look around ourselves now, my good friend. I'd like to look at the pool of blood, please. Oh, this must be the actual script over here. Hey, this area with the rope around it. That's where we detected a large blood stain. In short, the victim was stabbed here or somewhere close by. Oh, sorry, my camera's a little off kilter. Let me just fix that now. Actually, I probably made it worse. Anyway, sorry. The fact that there's no visible blood means it was wiped up with something, right? Right, but we were able to detect trace amounts of blood. Merely wiping it up does not remove all evidence of wrongdoing. And that, in a nutshell, is justice. Right? I'd appreciate it if you'd let me have the cool lines. No can do, I am protagonist at the moment. There's a paint palette here. I'm surprised there, considering this is the art room. Looks like someone mixed yellow and red to make orange. I prefer yellow. You, on the other hand, are way too red. What's that supposed to mean? I think this is saying that the two of us had to work together to solve this case. Ooh, what if this is Professor Court sending us a message from beyond the grave? I mean, she hadn't met us, but I'd like to think that's true. What about the blob right next to it, the one with red and green? Maybe she's implying that you need more delicious greens in your diet. Are you saying Professor Court is watching over our dietary habits from the pearly gates? That is exactly what I was saying. Hey, it's gone. Remember that strange statue in the school camera photo? I sure do. You're right. I wonder where it is. School camera photo? What does that mean, school camera? Junie said she took it, but... Anyway. Is that blood on all that stuff? Or is it just clay? It looks an awful lot like some of it could be blood to me, but they just missed out on it because it may as well just be paint or clay from by the look of it. You're right. Wonder where it is. Robin's a member of the Fine Arts Club. Maybe she could shed some light on this. Bum, 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 bum. And here's the winch mechanism. Okay, that definitely is what that is. Some wire and a winch. So this is how they reeled the banners in and out. There's a nice view of the stage from here. Prosecutor Gavin is still standing in front of that broken statue. So it really wasn't you, Apollo? Don't worry, you can tell me. I won't tell anyone. Ugh, I'll never clear my name unless we catch the real culprit. And here's outside, or am I looking at the thing hanging from the ceiling? I can see the other half of the building over there, and the quad end stage down below. Yeah, this must be the window Detective Fulbright stuck his head out of earlier. Oh yeah, thanks for the help, Detective. A true champion of justice always comes running to those in need. Great, and how about telling us the Prosecutor's Blackwell strategy for tomorrow? All right, let me think. Well? No! Hey, I'm not falling for that! So close I can almost taste it. Ah, here's that buggered up clock. Hello there. This is the clock that created that major problem for Junie. Let's take a closer look. Don't waste your time. I've checked it and it's a 100% accurate. You sure? How'd you check it? Of course I'm sure. I compared it to my own watch, see? Detective Fulbright, didn't you notice that your watch had stopped? It has? This is unacceptable! We obviously can't rely on him. Let's take a look for ourselves. Let's see. Wait a second! It's ahead by 1 whole hour! Well, Detective? But... This clock must have also been an hour ahead when this photo was taken. If so, that would fit perfectly with Junie's testimony. Sorry, I wasn't expecting his face to be like that when it panned back. Prosecutor Blackwell won't like this. I almost feel sorry for the detective. Almost. I do feel sorry for him. You can at least pretend to feel sorry by wiping that big grin off your face. Wait just 1 minute. That clock is an hour ahead right now, sure, but how do you know it was ahead of the day of the murder? You guys are always going off on this. What makes you think that someone snuck in here to move it ahead by an hour? Oh, wait a moment. This is a lawyer school full of the ends justify the means. Oh dear, oh dear. But what proof do you have that it was running ahead on the day of the crime? That's a good question. Wait, I think I just might have something. Detective Fulbright, you would agree that there is a moon outside this window, right? Sure, it looks like a nice drawing of a crescent moon. But if you look at that window in the back with the winch attached to it, you'll see that the only view to be had is the opposite side of the school building. Oof. Then what's this moon doing here? I wonder. Prosecutor Gavin, you were scheduled to perform at the school festival, weren't you? That's right, but I hadn't seen the stage until yesterday. That backdrop with the starry sky and big crescent moon isn't half bad. Isn't this the same as the one painted on the stage backdrop? It's yet another instance where it's like, I feel like they could have found a way to make it so that I could have figured that out and all. If they'd given us the stage plans as evidence or something. And then maybe pick from it. Then I would have at least felt the satisfaction of that I got to solve that one. Whatever. Either way, now that we were able to more or less prove that this, that's what this is, because obviously you would be able to see the school in the background otherwise. And we know that that was at that window at this time. We can basically prove that that photograph was taken at this time. Thank you, Miriam. Proof's right here, Detective. This shows it was 6 p.m. when the photo was taken. Take that! I know what this moon really is. And if you look at this photo, you'll know too. This shows where that moon in the photo came from, and the truth of Junie's testimony. What? Where? Where does it show that? If you look right here, it'll all become crystal clear. Take that! They were still preparing the stage, so its backdrop wasn't in place yet. This photo shows them in the process of moving the backdrop into position. I can see that. That's the big board hanging here. The size matches too. But there's no picture. That's a crucial detail. It is, but I believe what we're seeing in this photo is the back of the board. The back of the... Yeah, if we could see the photograph, the picture drawn on it, then the people in the window wouldn't be able to. That's right. And at around 6 p.m. when this was taken, a photo of that same board was being taken from the front. What do you mean the front? The front is against the wall. That's where you're wrong. What about the window? Remember how we said the moon shouldn't even exist in this photo? Take a good look. Are you suggesting the moon is the one on the backdrop? Exactly. In short, this photo was taken while the backdrop was being removed. And as you can see here, it was around 6 p.m. when the backdrop was being set in place. So the art room clock is running fast, at least as far as back at the day of the murder. How could I ever face Prosecutor Blackwell now? Yes, I just blew a hole in a piece of the prosecution's evidence. Poor Blackwell, though. Whoa, why are we looking so far up at the ceiling all of a sudden? Anyway, guilty! Hey, look! That's you in this mobile, Apollo. A red demon. A red demon? Looks more like a snake curled around a brush to me. It's an elephant, Apollo. No, see the antennas and yellow spots on its back? Anyone can see it's a ladybug. Pretty sure those are eyes. I guess we'll have to agree to disagree. Fine, we can investigate this further at a later date. Agreed. All right, they wouldn't know it's an elephant because they haven't done the December case yet. Okay, let's do that. You okay with that, Athena? I really regret bringing this up. Here's this easel knocked over here. A picture of a girl wearing a floral hat. Oh, it has the artist's name right here. R. Newman. Wow, Robin must have painted this. Unless there's another Newman we should know about. Is this Juniper? The clothes are different, but... No, look, there's a piece of paper stuck to the back. Let's see what it says. Completely lacks Professor Court's artistry. Must keep practicing, Robin. Huh. I think this is funny good myself. I wonder what it would look like if Professor Court had painted Juniper. I bet it would have been really artistic looking. You mean something more like this one? Picture of a girl wearing a floral hat. Oh, it has the artist's name right here. C. Court. Oh wow, Professor Court must have painted this. Well, indeed. So this is what they consider art. I really don't get it. I think it looks cool. I swear I've seen this girl before. There's an air of fragility about her. And those pity-inducing eyes. Who is this again? Her name's on the tip of my tongue. I don't know that pity-inducing eyes are what you want to be known for, Juniper. Sorry about that. Isn't that a mock trial script? Actually, there's a whole bunch of them here. I was looking more at the bust that was on the ground, but sure. Let's see. It looks like everyone from the judge course submitted one. The victim, Constance Court, was the Fine Art Club's advisor, so she probably spent a lot of time up here in addition to her other duties. This isn't where I'd keep a bunch of scripts, but I'd wager that's how they wound up here. Poor stressed out, overworked Professor Court. I know exactly how that feels. Preaching to the choir here. You must, because your desk always looks like a tornado hit it. You want to talk, Apollo? Me? What about Mr. Wright? Maybe we should rename the firm Wright Stuff All Over the Place Agency. Right, I was more interested in that bust there, but I guess they'll talk about it if we look at this one. This almost looks a bit like the judge, doesn't it? 3 busts sitting on a shelf. A judge, a defendant, and either a lawyer or a prosecutor. The bearded one must be the judge, and the bummed out looking one the defendant. Oh look, there's another one that's fallen on the floor. I wonder which one fell, the lawyer or the prosecutor. Think, Apollo, think! This could tell us how tomorrow's trial will go. Oh, just wait for tomorrow's horoscopes, thanks. Well, if it's anything like the rest of the way the mock stage was laid out, then the prosecutor was on the left, right? I think? Or wait, were they? I can't remember. Which is weird, because it's different from how it normally is in the other courts in this game, is it not? Maybe I'm remembering wrong one way or the other. Anyway, this is someone's script, presumably Junie's. And my trial script on the floor, and nearby an envelope marked to use. I wonder if Miriam's script was ever actually in that envelope. Let's see here. By Miriam Scuttlebutt. And the title is... Rouge et Noir, Crimson Blood and Dark Judgment. I wouldn't take part in that mock trial if she begged me. It says there are special rules allowing the payment of bribes while court is adjourned. Oh, and you can bring in up to $3 worth of fabricated evidence. It also says, welcome to the darkest mock trial ever where the end justifies the means. The prosecution claims that this is the script that was supposed to have been used. But the scripts were selected by Professor Court. Considering how much she valued the truth, I seriously doubt she'd pick a script entitled Crimson Blood and Dark Judgment. Wow, you have the title memorized already? Okay, it's pretty catchy, Apollo. But this envelope looks like it has something in it. Like I said, it presently has Juniper's in it. Is that the idea? And what is this thing here? Pray tell. It kind of looks like there's a prosecutor's badge at the top of the statue. What the hell does a prosecutor's badge look like? I feel like I've never seen one. I can't see either Gavin or Blackwell with that one in here. But it's not if you look real close. Another strange, difficult to understand work of art. Oh, look, it has a title. Guilty, Guilty, Guilty. You're creative. I see it, guy. I think I see what they're going for. The multiple colors make it seem like this is the flashy, idyllic face to believe, but then the big accusing hand and no other defining features means that it's really just a sinister villain. Art. Either it's too abstract to understand or it's as subtle as a sledgehammer. And all the stuff with blood, I mean clay on it. Look, a piece of pottery. Looks like it's already been fired. I bet Robin made it. I bet it won't last long, not with the way she deals with her own work anyway. Yeah, it seems like such a waste. I mean, this one already has some color on it. It looks just like bloodstains the way the glaze was dribbled onto it. Just like bloodstains? And just as we dressed! That does look like bloodstains. We better examine it at once. I get it. The victim was stabbed in the middle of the room where the big bloodstain is. And then brought over here, at which point some of her blood dripped onto these pieces. That means the body very well could have been dropped out from this window. And there's an arrow pointing, finger pointing at it and all. In the mock trial script, the body was dropped onto a mat. Then a ball cart was used to move it over to the stage. Well, this window here would be where the maintenance area was, right? If this is the stage over on our right. The maintenance area is below this room, and the storehouse there has a mat and a ball cart. So even the moving of the body was carried out just like in the script, as far as we're led to believe. Killer sure had a thing for Junie's script. Well, what did you expect? That's why we suspected the defendant in the first place. Well, you're wrong, and I'm gonna prove it in court. Well, I think we've examined pretty much everything we can. By the way, did Prosecutor Blackwell happen to tell you anything about tomorrow's trial? In justice we trust. It's no use trying to pry more information out of me. Having just learned that the clock had been 1 hour fast, means we're back to square one concerning the suspect's actions that day. I wonder what the main argument will be about now. How the body was moved would be my guess, but Prosecutor Blackwell's got his own plans. Oh? Does he now? Detective Wright, try as you might! I won't say another word about the investigation. No, I wasn't gonna ask about that. I was just wondering if you'd seen Robin. Oh, you mean Miss Robin Newman? She was just here a moment ago, and she mumbled something about watching videos in the lecture hall. Video? What video? Do we have a video of the mock trial or something? Oh, golly. Oh, I don't like, oh no, more videos. You know, okay, a lot of people didn't like the video that happened in the fifth case of the first game. I thought that one was super fun, and I really liked the La Miroir one, but now I think the videos are gonna give me flashbacks to the aquarium case every time. Thanks, Detective. Athena, I think we should stop by the lecture hall. Right, let's go. Let's indeed. Did we get any new evidence from here just now? Right, this. Anything more you can tell us about that, by the way? That's gonna give the prosecution a decisive advantage. Prepare to get owned tomorrow. I don't think so. We have new evidence that will blow your case out of the water. Oh, yeah? Well, Prosecutor Blackwell has a witness ready to deliver brand new testimony. Plus, he has a new tie and a pair of even flimsier shackles just ready to break. Tomorrow's trial will be ours. In justice we trust. Well, first I'll die, and then I'll take you on tomorrow. Well, tomorrow I'll be using a new shampoo, and I'm changing breakfast cereals, too. What about you, Apollo? What'll be new with you tomorrow? I think we should approach the case with a fresh new attitude. It's what's on the inside that's important. We'll be fine as long as we stand strong. Wow, Apollo. That was actually really inspiring. Indeed it were. The lecture hall. What's going on here with Robin? Videos, you say. October 25th, Lemus Legal Academy, 3rd floor, lecture hall. Let's check the to-do list here. Show him the skill camera photo, right? We all also ought to do that. There she is. Robin! Hey, Robin. Oh, Athena! Apollo! What are you watching there? Oh, it just so happens to be a video of the mock trial. I had to use a bit of coercion to get it, but the end justifies the means, right? There it is again. Professor Mean sure has a lot of influence around here. Care to look into the true connection between the murder and the mock trial with me? Sounds great, but do you mind if we ask you some questions first? Sure, I'll tell you anything you want! Right, good. Let's just show all this stuff now, because I think this is the first time we've spoken to you since you were, you had the revelation. Whoa! Check out your badge! What do you think? Nice and shiny, huh? Yeah, it's awesome! If the plating ever starts to peel or gets all bent up, let me fix it up for you. Actually, is this the same dialogue, but just with the different animations now, is it? Really? Thanks! No problemo! I'll have some primo clay and glaze at the ready, just in case! Wait, what does clay have to do with my badge? Yeah, I think it's the same way. Let's just move past this one then. Yay! A present from Athena! Ooh, this is so exciting! Sorry, but it's not a present. I wanted to know whether you knew anything about it. That's not nice, Athena! Why are you so cranky today? I wasn't, until a moment ago. I gotta say, this case has absolutely one of my favorite sets of characters in the entire series so far. Like, it's easily clearing top 3 cases for me so far. It's just so good, this case. Ooh, Lady Justice! That's so cute! You think this is cute? Yeah, totally! The balance of the scales, the keenness of the sword, the cracks running all the way up. Last one's only because I put it back together. I put it back together. Oh, I totally know what you mean. It's that feeling you get when something is so cute you want to smash it to bits, right? Yeah! Ah! Sorry, but that sounds more like a case of the crazy than a fondness for the cute. I was sure she'd know something about it, considering I would imagine. I could believe her having been the one who sculpted the original. The photograph is what we meant to ask her about, but let's just talk about the voice print analysis first. Nope, nothing there. Very good then. Have a look at this photograph, if you would please be so kind. Look, they're you in it. You look great. Aw, man! That's my blood, sweat, and tears in a pile of roll right there. Why not make the statues again? I'm sure the two of them would be delighted. Yeah, I could totally do that. And this time, I'm gonna make them even more realistic by making them full body molds of my models. Full body molds? Are you sure that's safe? How about plain old measurements? Oh, Athena, measurements are for wimps. Full-on YOLO is what art's all about. I'm gonna drop both of them in a big pool of plaster. Yeah! Oh, just put the people in a thing of plaster? I know I should stop you, but some part of me really wants to see how this plays out. Wait, I thought they asked us to show her the photos, or am I going berserk? Oh, the school camera photo. My mistake, so sorry. On account of the fact that she could tell us more about the figurine within. Yay! A present from Athena! Ooh, this is so exciting! Sorry, but it's not a present. I wanted to know whether you knew anything about it. Wait. That didn't do anything either. This is the school camera photo, right? Right, well, never mind. I guess I have to talk to her first. Why did you confess? About your confession today. Why'd you do it? Because Juniper hasn't done anything wrong. I had to stop the trial by any means possible. Right? The end justifies the means. So you're a follower of Professor Means too. Professor Means is a wonderful teacher, as is Professor Court. I like them both. She brushed that one off like a pro. But with that style of justice, you run the risk of breaking the law. Well, I'm prepared to quit school because of this case. What? Why? I want to be an artist. That's what I really want, man. But no! My poor parents forced me to study to become a prosecutor. But if the trial went south, you'd have to drop out and give up on becoming a prosecutor. That's what you're really after, isn't it? Mm-hmm. Talk about someone who literally changes at the bat of an eyelash. I guess she's been dealing with her own problems too. That totally makes sense. Yeah, I suppose so, but that doesn't make what she did right. Wait, sorry. If the trial went south, as in if she gets convicted, then she would have to drop out and give up on being prosecutor because you can't because you can't graduate in that case. But she'd also be dead because she'd be executed. So I don't really know what Athena's saying there exactly. Never mind. The day of the crime. Could you tell us about what you were doing on the night of the murder? Finishing a statue. I was on stage until the last bell. I think that tracks, right? The second spell is on 7, and she clearly still had some work to go during this photograph. So I believe that. That's right. You made the statues of Mr. Wright and Prosecutor Gavin, didn't you? Oh, yes. Yes, I did. Both of them. This is just a formality, but can you prove you were making the statues at that time? Both of them. She got really defensive there. So did she maybe not make the Prosecutor Gavin one? Oh, is that... And then she smashed up the right one because she wasn't happy with how she did it or something? Maybe Professor Court made the Gavin one. I don't know. Can I prove it? You think I'm the killer now? No. That's not what I meant. Both Hugh and Robin were still at school after 7 p.m., but neither of them can prove exactly what they were doing. Could one of them really have murdered Professor Court? Still doesn't seem right to me. I don't really believe it. Have there been any problems now that everyone knows that you're a girl? No worries there. I discussed the matter with Professor Court some time ago. I told her I wanted to let everyone know I was really a girl. And just today I found out that she spoke with the school administrator on my behalf. Oh, that's good. Wow, they must really like you. I know, right? But now I can finally be myself here at school. I don't have to hide the fact that I love girly clothes. But what about your parents? That's why, Athena, I simply must have this and this by any means possible. What? But this is evidence we need for the trial. Sorry, but no can do. Aw, don't be a party pooper, Athena. Come on, please. Pretty please. Stage costume related evidence taken in classic and justifies the mean style. God darn it. Anyway, thank you again, Athena. Thank you for revealing who I really am. I wanted everyone to know before the snitch found out. The snitch? Sounds like a new lead. Snitch meaning Miriam? There's a rumor going around that one of the students here is a snitch. I hear they're watching everything we do, our activities, our relationships, our interests, and reporting it all to one of the professors. Oh, is Miriam reporting to Professor Means? Oh no. Then he would have information about everyone in the school. But why would anyone do that? Officially, I urged to seek out misconduct among the student body, but rumor has it that grades were being bought and sold through this surveillance network. That's bribery. The situation at Themis Legal Academy is worse than I thought. Oh, this is important stuff. I still want to ask about that thing in the art room. I'll have to present some evidence to show what I'm talking about, though. Like I tried to do before, according to the to-do list, which you didn't let me do. But nevertheless. Take that! Oh, I mean, here you go. Look at this. Robin, I just remembered something I wanted to ask you. This photo shows a piece of art on the table. Do you know what it is? Wow! Look at that unique artistic sense! That has to be one of Professor Court's creations, man! Professor Court's artistic sense? It does look a little abstract in the same way as the painting, doesn't it? Professor Court's artistic sense? That's a tough one. I'd say it's avant-garde and very electric. Sorry, electric or eccentric? eclectic. Neither. In other words, it's weird and all over the place. Come to think of it, that strange-looking painting in the art room was one of Professor Court's works, wasn't it? The statue in that photo was originally a statue of Lady Justice. Lady Justice? Professor Court had planned on placing it on the judge's bench in the lecture hall. But the day before the mock trial, it broke while she was polishing it. She said she'd take it back to the art room and try and fix it somehow. So this is the statue in its proper state. You bet! Just look at that wild silhouette. Wow, it's so cute! I don't get it. Do you have to be an artist to appreciate stuff like this? Athena, the Lady Justice that you put back together on that stage. Oh, right. I didn't realize before because it was in pieces, but before it was smashed, maybe it didn't look like Lady Justice, but more like it does in this photo. But when the role was it doing on the stage? Indeed. It was found broken on stage. Professor Court had remade it into a completely different looking statue the day before the mock trial. Interesting. So if anyone testifies to having seen it look like this, that calls into question when they saw it. Well, I think that about covers it. Okay, and how about watching the mock trial video with me? What do you say? I say that sounds like a great idea, Robin. Let's do it. Sure, sounds good to me. So how do you want to watch it? Do we get to watch it on this huge screen here? Oh, classroom desks at the school have their own built-in computer, you know. Wow, this place is definitely a lot cushier than I thought. I know you guys are in a hurry, so I'll just fast forward to the important parts. No. Hey, whoa, that's gotten us in some hot water before. Can you at least copy the files to a USB key so we can have them and look them over, like, tonight or something? Let's start with the professor's pre-trial speech. Oh, it's not gonna be a video, it's gonna be stills again. So this is Professor Court, I guess. Is it Professor Court or Professor Means? I'm not sure. Good afternoon. I would like to start by thanking you all for coming here today. Oh, that sounds like Professor Means. All right, sorry. Good afternoon. I would like to thank you all for coming here today. The mock trial, the crown jewel event of the school festival, will begin shortly. Is the camera like this the whole time? Yeah, it's in a fixed position in front of the stage. When I was a student, I too could hardly wait for this day to come. How come teacher speeches always make me so sleepy? Let's just skip to the end of his speech. Oh, Juniper's walking by the camera. Now, let the mock trial begin. Hey, what's the deal here? Why is Junie so large in this shot? Looks to me like she cut right in front of the camera. Oh, hey, there's a statue Lady Justice in gold over here. Cool, I didn't notice that. That's probably where we thought we saw it before. Juniper was also in charge of the audio. Even though she was already playing a part in the mock trial itself, she had to do it to keep the script's details a secret. She was all over the place that day. Oh, my. When she wasn't in the trial, she was in the audio control room dealing with the music. Oh, wow. No, so the defense was on the left, facing from the audience. No, I'm so sorry. That's not right. The prosecution's on the left from the audience's perspective, as I recalled. Oh, so this is what the lecture hall looks like. Looks like there's a judge's bench back by the screen and a witness stand up front. What about those balconies with the professors' names on them? Those are the faculty seats. Professor Means and Professor Court were in charge of scoring the mock trial. Scoring? What, they were like playing music during it? Very interesting. So interesting that it'll be so exciting to watch the rest of this video next time on Ace Attorney and Dual Destinies, because regrettably that is all the time there is for now. Sorry, I'm a bit in darkness because my light died earlier. I'll have to charge it. I'm ever so slightly disheartened because my background solve and the solve that these two are the same statues have already been brought up, so I'm running out of my aces in the hole, but we still have certainly a lot of interesting stuff going on, and way more new evidence, so for sure, we won't be flying blind next trial sequence. And since we haven't met anyone new, I'm becoming very, very confident that Means is the killer. Especially now that we have apparently a place that's above everyone else that you wouldn't necessarily be able to see up into. So even if he was there doing the speech, in terms of moving the body before them, because Juniper was already here, so clearly, this is after all that stuff that happened with them in their dressing rooms. So Means could have easily been over and moving the body at that point. Or indeed, because he's a well-respected professor, maybe bribing someone to do it in his place. Like Miriam, for instance. The addition of these balconies makes him even more suspicious as far as I'm concerned. Very weird that it would be the lawyer professor and the judge professor on either side, not the lawyer and prosecutor, but I guess the prosecutor professor is just not important. They're just not as into the extracurricular stuff. Maybe that's it. Anyway, so Means looking especially suspicious to me as this carries on. Plus, we also have evidence that he was present during the time of the murder because he's in those photographs that were taken at 6 p.m. What I want to know is, what is he talking to with Robin here? Is he asking if he can take the banners maybe for some reason? We'll know later on. But it feels like we're coming close to the end of this investigation sequence. We're probably gonna finish talking to Newman and then be able to head back to the detention center and talk to Juniper what we've learned, but that all comes next time. So thank you so very much for coming around to Ace Attorney and Dual Destinies this time. Next video going on the channel is going to be Touhou 2, Story of Eastern Wonderland. I recently played through the first Touhou game. Thought it was pretty great, but I've recorded the second Touhou game, and it was even better. And that's what's going up tomorrow. Next video anyway. If I screw it up, it might not be tomorrow. But thank you so very much for coming around. Hopefully I will see you around. Admiral is going to be out of here now. Peace! Clearly you're an old hand at this and better than me. Why do people keep asking me questions about stuff that I don't know anything about? Just because I'm a professor doesn't mean I know about everything. Allow me to explain. It means